Sand. Cold. Dead. This land's soul has died like the spirit of those that once inhabited it. Forest grew here. Life was everywhere. We were a small nation, but we had everything that makes people truly happy. Then life was simple. Our children grew in abundance. The young were in love. Adults created. The elderly preserved our heritage. Some laughed at our confidence, but we knew ourselves and believed in our future. Some Western cities built domes over antique parts of the city. It was decided to build a dome over the center of our capital to protect its beauty from time. Yes, when you are really happy, it seems that you have control even over time. Nobody thought of the price that we might pay for a life of calm and tranquility. But the price is always there, hanging in the air as a dark shadow. Geneva, I'm at the gate.
Copy. I am listening. Stefan, you are back. Did you succeed?
Geneva, password.
Do I really have to?
Rules are rules.
Fine. Third of the parrot, quarter of a crocodile. I am beauty, no denial.
Geneva, I'm sorry, but Rennie asked me for so long to come up with a password.
Just don't tell me that you fancy this. Rennie is already spoiled, and you are just adding to it.
But...
Fine, let's just drop this. So what? Do I need to open the gates for you now? Or maybe you would like me to say that ridiculous password one more time.
Please open. Thank you, Geneva.
We will be waiting for you in the headquarters. And welcome back.
I am going out to get Enoch.
Zim, you better hurry up and send Robbie to open the gates for Stefan.
I can't do two things at once.
Robbie, maybe you can do it yourself?
Now you remember that I exist. You could have asked me first. Now I see how you treat me and my fragile human component. I'm merely a robot to you? Fine, I'll act like one. You want something done? Make me.
I just don't have time for this. Be that way. I'll let Zim deal with you. Zim?
Decent pleasant.
I can't believe you, Zim. Stefan is waiting out there in the cold.
Don't be that way, Geneva. If I could wait for Stefan to take this monster off my hands, he can wait for me to finish.
I'm off. Hope one of you gains common sense before I return.
I drew out a plan to capture Robbie. It is in my notebook. I marked a perfect location to connect to Robbie. Now where was it? Robbie used to be human. Now they are almost human. About 31.4159%. What are you doing?
Contemplating my existence.
When I grow up, I will never ever use long words. Can you help me open the gates for Grandpa?
I have my duties. Playing with you is not one of them.
It's so hot. Robbie can unlock the gates through this computer station. Is the oldest guy in the world. What you doing?
Trying to fix this game.
I want to help.
Okay. If you can't just stay put, pass me that screwdriver.
You need to tell Robbie to open the gates for Grandpa.
Don't tell me what to do.
A hotspot X-ray vision is super cool. You can take items from the inventory when you need to use them. Zim must have written all those books. He says they're his. Zin took those beds from an old train. I was the one who found them, but it's a secret. Here, one screwdriver.
What is it?
Can I go meet Grandpa?
Not a chance. Stefan asked me to look after you until he gets back.
But he is back.
Do you see him here?
No.
Then he is not back.
When are you going to send Robbie to open the gates for Grandpa?
Yeah, in a minute. I'm gonna test this game first.
It's taking you forever. Can I borrow your helmet to open the gates?
No!
No, you are not touching my distance robot controller helmet. Last time it took 2 days for it to return to my control range.
Thank you!
What is this game anyway?
It's boxing. Why?
Boxing? When you have lots of boxes?
Boxes? Of course not. Boxing is a noble sport. A fist fight.
Can I play?
I do need a second player to test this game properly. Since the other game controller is still missing, I could use my robot mind control helmet instead. I've already adjusted the game to my helmet's control frequency.
Do I get to use your helmet if I win?
So, you want to make this interesting. All right. If I win, you do the dishes for 2 days. And if you win, quite unlikely, you get to use my helmet.
Deal.
Ready. Fight!
I can win this with my eyes shut. I won! Now pass over that helmet.
Yeah, whatever. Take it. See if I care. It is your grandfather waiting out in the cold.
Now you remember?
I always remember. I rarely care. I need my sleep. Entertaining you is way too tiring. Don't forget to open the gates for your grandfather.
You can take a closer look at things inside my backpack. I need to turn it on for it to work. You can take a closer look at things inside my backpack. Robots have a different control frequency, so I can control only some robots on this frequency. That's how Zim explains it.
I feel strangely uncomfortable being with you in one room.
Vacuum cleaners hate dirty floors.
Oh, no.
He got away.
I am not coming back until you take that thing off.
I need to get Robbie to stay in the room. I need to get the robot within my control range. I saw Grandpa! He will be here as soon as we get those gates unlocked. This room holds all the knowledge of the world. I like this section about bunnies. This door leads to the corridor, which leads to stairs that lead to another corridor. A door lock. Now, where is the key? A door lock. Now, where is the key? What was it? I can just take it? Alright, thank you, Zim. I found the key. Zim lost it in his pocket. Can work. Robbie can't get out. The key says it's Robbie proof.
Oh, no, 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 no. Not again.
Haha, gotcha. key out of those gates. Robbie, you are the best.
I got these crayons from some guy in the caravan. My granddaughter will love them. This carrier must contain the information about the roots of the ongoing war. My snowmobile broke down on my way to the Institute of Science. Someone must have tampered with it at night. My battle brother. He's the one I can trust with keeping a secret. What do you want from me, stranger? Stranger? Have you forgotten me, builder, old friend?
Only humans can speak this recklessly of memory.
Don't try to fool me. Robots can't suffer from forgetfulness. That's not how they were made.
We differ, human stranger. I'm a robot, and it's my privilege to forget. I made this choice when my pain became too unbearable.
How can forgetting a friend that cared and stood shoulder to shoulder in battle with you be a matter of choice?
Humans, you're all the same. You speak of care. You speak of love, of devotion. You proclaim noble cause and send your brother into battle to later forget him shattered outside of your shelter. You forgot me, human stranger. I only paid back with the same coin.
Mobility is not what makes a man. You cry for your dismembered body. My cry is for those I failed to protect.
You speak of others, prideful human. I'm among the others you have wronged. Yet you did nothing to save the builder of your own shelter. And here I lay abandoned to the forces of nature.
I will always be your friend, no matter what.
You want to be my friend after I've forgotten you?
I have as much time as you need to get to know me anew.
I need to know now. You are different. You make me doubt. I want to remember. I need you to help me remember. I need more power. Can you do this for me, faithful human?
I'll do all I can to help you. I must find a new power bank. I think I have one in my old airplane. Hopefully it's still there. I must find a new power bank. I think I have one in my old airplane. Hopefully it's still there. I can access my personal system through this public terminal. Pilots and shipmen fight side by side in the ancient battle for the Northern Sea. Finally, I'm almost home. I can't open the gates of fate myself. I need some help from the inside. It is a security measure we've all agreed on. Let's see. I haven't done this before, but the gates should open up when I press this button here. One day this airplane will be in a museum exhibit where it belongs. I moved the display and a cavity opened up. This cavity made a good hiding spot. I hope this will help my friend remember. I can't bear seeing him like this. must find a new power bank. I think I have one in my old airplane. Hopefully it's still there. I hope this power bank still has enough juice in it. Did this help you gain any recollection?
I am remembering that I know you and that you have abandoned me.
I was on a mission to retrieve the message from the Dome Institute of Science.
Yes, a single message to explain the war. So they promised.
I managed to bring it back home, but I still can't wrap my mind around the circumstances of my travel. The dome of the Institute. It was gone.
Gone? It can't be. The Institute was perfectly fortified.
I never said it was destroyed. Just that there was nothing there but the hollow. The gate terminal remained powered, but there were no gates, no dome, no people, nor bodies.
If that's the case, then how did you manage to return with the message?
It was strange. I inserted my ID key into the terminal, and it ejected this message carrier. I tried reading it, but it was encrypted.
How did you manage to get back without your snowmobile?
Fatigued with cold and disappointment, I sat by the terminal, trying to warm my body against its case. While there, I lost track of time.
You must have fallen asleep. Humans can't withstand the cold the way robots do.
After some time, I saw lights breaking through the snowfall. My limbs were numb, but I gathered myself and ran toward them through the snow.
It could have been an enemy. You ran a big risk.
Luck was on my side. It was a caravan of dome travelers. I rode most of the way back under their protection, but I couldn't risk entering KAPIA among them.
No one can enter KAPIA completely unnoticed. The moment you enter those gates, you reveal yourself.
This mission is bigger than me or my safety. I must protect the message. I must leave it behind under the watchful eye of a trustworthy friend.
Who could have proven himself enough to deserve such an honor?
I hoped you wouldn't refuse.
I will not let you down, Stefan. I will preserve the message, even if it kills me.
I'm sure it won't come to that. I will return for it as soon as I catch the traitor. The message will be safe here, now, to find the traitor. Gates of Fate. The only way to enter the city. Sadly, we've lost Gates of Hope after the war began.
Did you hear about that robbery?
He still calls himself that?
Yes. Yes, he does.
As if he is not one of us.
He is such a snob.
He is. Thinking he is better than us.
Yes. Only because part of him was a scientist.
Big deal.
Now he's walking around with that human.
Awful. What a disgrace.
Hi, Pam. Anything new around KAPIA?
Sorry, can't talk right now. Really have to put fences up before the caravan gets here.
Before, this used to be a city church. Now it's a base for the Onyx cult. I can access my personal system through this public terminal. Eyes keep appearing all around KAPIA. The dome couldn't protect the Institute of Science. Mechanical nest for a mechanical bird. All news recordings are from the KAPIA Museum archives. I don't see much point in showing people old news, but government around here follows their own logic. Some things just never change.
This is Pamela Vega with a daily news update from the Moon Station studio. As always, we bring up hottest topics for the Western Coalition. Today's broadcast is brought to you by the Western Institute of Science. Eastern diplomats failed to show up. It was the first time both sides agreed on a meeting after 25 years of complete isolation, and the East failed to show. The historical meeting between the West and East was to start by reopening the last remaining neutral zone, the passage between the gates. After all the anticipation, the eastern gates remained locked.
It used to be some dandy's hot rod. Now it's just a pile of junk.
We stand by our mother! Free our mother! We stand by our mother! Free our mother!
Robots believe that Onyx is keeping their mother in hostage.
I heard that Robbie is now serving that crazy old human. He is doing everything he says. He even helps him fix other robots. I think he's gone mad. It must be the humidity. It must have messed with his system. If I could get my hands on him, I would have fixed him.
Oh.
Eyes keep appearing all around KAPIA. The dog ran out of mailmen to chase, so now he's after the gardeners. Ben's remote is seriously damaged. I could try to fix it. Before, this used to be a city church. Now it's a base for the Onyx cult. Hello there.
Oh, it's you, Stefan. So you're back, huh? Now get lost, would ya?
A bit grumpy in the morning.
Not my job to entertain you outside of my bar.
Suit yourself. What are you doing?
Fixing the elevator. I will be the only one who will be able to use it after I'm done.
Sounds more like you're breaking the elevator.
Truth has many sides. One side for everyone who speaks it.
Bye. Better not touch them without some proper garments. How's work going?
Oh, that same work. It just goes on day after day. But what can you do?
I see that Krebsgrass harvest was good this year. This must make Slug happy. Let's hope he reduces the price on his brew.
I wouldn't count on it. Slug is as greedy as a devil himself. He would rather shut his place down than lower prices and make good people happy. But what can you do?
Ha! That's for sure. He even assembled his distillers so he didn't have to spend money on the bar.
We were once neighbors back in the day. I half expected him to burn the basement down along with that machine he was fixing. I wanted to complain to the authorities, but the war had started.
You started early. The sun's just risen and you're already as busy to be.
Yep, I get up early. Old fisherman habit. If I could have it my way, I'd be sitting right now on the riverbank. But what can you do?
Looks like you have plenty of work this season.
Always enough work around here. Doing it is the problem. Last night, someone stole all the fuel from my cart. Again! Filthy thieves! Who's gonna teach them? But what can you do?
Why would they steal your fuel? There are only 2 or 3 engines left around here.
3, I'd say. Only they didn't use it for the engines. There hasn't been a drop of decent gas around here in ages. That's why I took it upon myself to convert the cart to work from good alcohol. Now I can see I made a mistake. But what can you do?
Why do you get the alcohol these days anyway? I thought you and Slug were in a fight. Did you forget old quarrels?
That low-quality liquor that Slug serves in his bar is only suitable for the shipmen. For a state-of-the-art motor like mine, it's poison. I'm waiting for the caravan to buy pure alcohol and get back to work. In fact, if I didn't grow used to this land, I would give up everything and leave with the caravan. This place is diseased. But what can you do?
Thank you, friend. See you soon.
Yes, soon. The world is too cramped nowadays. But what can you do?
Hey there.
Hey yourself.
What's with the attitude?
What's with all the sweet talk?
Did you see a dog run by?
No, I'm blind.
Did your eye sensors burn out again?
I see fine. Did your irony sensors burn out again? Oh, sorry, forgot you never had any.
Nice talking to you, kitty. Good luck finding spare parts next time.
Think we started on a wrong foot. Easy for me. I have 4 of them.
Oh, come on.
You are just so cruel.
You're impossible.
Impossibly cute?
Impossibly annoying. I'm not buying it.
Like I'm selling anything.
Always a pleasure talking to you. Move it, please.
Oh, sure. I'm so sorry for being in your way. I'm just doing a useless job protecting my master's home from travelers like you.
You're not gonna let me pass through, are you?
Nope.
I need to go through, Cat.
Go around.
The other way's blocked.
I am so terribly sorry. Maybe next time you shouldn't leave. Then you won't have to return.
I would like to speak to your master.
I would like to speak to your mama.
How is that relevant?
You'll see. Old ladies love me.
The church uses a lot of wax in candle production. I think that Onyx religion has something against electricity. Pam's remote is seriously damaged. I could try to fix it. Let's see if I can find a spare somewhere. This technology was very widespread back in the day. Let's see if I can find a spare somewhere. This technology was very widespread back in the day. Before, this used to be a city church. I'll return it later. No harm done.
I heard that Robbie is now serving that crazy old human.
Oh.
It used to be... We found a lot of barrels in the wine cellar. Wine is long gone, but the barrels are This won't help. Better not show the remote to Pam before I fix it. I need to try something else. I don't think so. Eyes keep appearing all around KAPIA. This won't help. How's work going?
Oh, that same work. It just...
The cat won't let me go over the bridge.
Yep, he is like that. When his master is asleep or away, he will do anything to protect the pass. Don't mess with him. It can be dangerous, you know. Any ideas on how to move him? There was a recall on his model. I've read that all Nico cats were supposed to get reprogrammed and shipped back to the factory. People can get quite irresponsible with their pets. But what can you do? How would you ship something like that? I don't know. I never owned one of those. I prefer things that are more natural. Here, you can look through these flies I've collected. I usually mind my own business, but what can you do? This creature is getting dangerous to live near. A recall? It's a rather sad story. Whoever programmed this cat made a mistake in the first rules of robotics. This cat understands a robot may not injure a human being as a robot may not ignore a human being. This model almost bankrupted the factory. Is there any other way into the city? Of course there is. Through the square. That way is blocked. Sometimes this universe just loves to play tricks. But what can you do?
Thank you, friend. See you soon.
Yes, soon. The world is too cramped nowadays. But what can you do?
There is something inside the envelope. This device seems familiar. I wonder where I've heard of it. I recall hearing something about this on the news. It used all news.
This is Pamela Vega with a daily news update from the Moon Station studio. As always, we bring up hottest topics for the Western Coalition. Today's broadcast is brought to you by the Western Institute of Science. Eastern diplomats failed to show up. It was the first time both sides agreed on a meeting after 25 years of complete isolation, and the East failed to show. The historical meeting between the West and East was to start by reopening the last remaining neutral zone, the passage between the gates. After all the anticipation, the eastern gates remained locked.
recall hearing something about this on the news.
This is Pamela Vega with a daily news update from the Moon Station studio. As always, we bring up hottest topics for the Western Coalition. Today's broadcast is brought to you by the Western Institute of Science. Eastern diplomats failed to show up. It was the first time both sides agreed on a meeting after 25 years of complete isolation, and the East failed to show. The historical meeting between the West and East was to start by reopening the last remaining neutral zone, the passage between the gates. After all the anticipation, the eastern gates remained locked.
What happened?
That dog! He stole my remote! There is no way I will finish work on time without it.
Maybe I could help.
I don't know. That dog probably ate it. I'm way too depressed to discuss it right now.
Before this... All news recordings are from the KAPIA Museum archives. I don't see much point in showing people old news, but government around here follows their own logic. Some things just never change.
This is Pamela Vega with a daily news update from the Moon Station studio. As always, we bring up hottest topics for the Western Coalition. Today's broadcast is brought to you by the Western Institute of Science. Eastern diplomats failed to show up. It was the first time both sides agreed on a meeting after 25 years of complete isolation, and the East failed to show. The historical meeting between the West and East was to start by reopening the last remaining neutral zone, the passage between the gates. After all the anticipation, the eastern gates remained locked.
I need a proper code. I need a proper code. I recall hearing something about this on the news. I need a proper code. The church